Introduction to International Marketing. This presentation will give you a brief introduction to the subject of international marketing. After going through this presentation, you should be able to know the difference between domestic and international marketing, state the principles of international marketing, identify the international marketing orientations, list the benefits of international marketing. Let us begin with defining international marketing. According to American Marketing Association (AMA), international marketing is the multinational process of planning and executing the conception, pricing, promotion, and distribution of ideal goods and services to create exchanges that satisfy individual and organizational objectives. It involves the firm in making one or more marketing mix decisions across national boundaries. The scope of international marketing is to have a borderless world. Due to increasing globalization, international marketing has gained a lot of relevance. Companies like Coca-Cola, McDonald's, Ford, and Unilever have made an impact all over the world by expanding and marketing their products all across the globe. The remarkable difference between international and domestic marketing lies in the environment in which the two take place. Let us discuss these differences one by one. Each nation is a distinct sovereign political entity, and each one has various restrictions on import and export of goods and services. These restrictions may include tariffs and customs, quantitative restrictions, exchange controls, and local taxes. Different countries have different legal structures. Many nations follow the English common law as modified from time to time. Japan and Latin American countries are important exceptions to this rule. Companies have to keep in mind the legal system of the nation. Like political and legal systems, every nation also has its own monetary system, and the exchange rates for each country's currency are fixed under the rules framed by the International Monetary Fund, and therefore they are more or less fixed. The factors of production are less mobile when talking of international marketing than they are within the nation. Every nation represents a different market and therefore different demand patterns. Channels of distributions, methods of promotions, etc. are quite different from market to market. Moreover, the laws and customs of trade in each nation are also different. Every nation requires different procedures and documentary requirements for the import and export of the goods and services. International markets are different to understand and control due to differences in culture, politics, economy, business rules, resources, and people. The fundamental nature of international marketing can be summarized in three principles. The first identifies the purpose and task of marketing, the second the competitive reality of marketing, and the third the principal means for achieving the first two. The task of marketing is to create customer value that is greater than the value created by competitors. The value equation is a guide to this task. The second principle of international marketing is gaining a competitive advantage. A company can gain competitive advantage through its total offer, pricing, promotion, distribution, packaging, or even positioning. The third international marketing principle is focus, or the concentration of attention. A company should be focused in the task, creating customer value and gaining a competitive advantage. Let's define few more terms related to international marketing. Foreign marketing. It includes the domestic operations of a company within the foreign country. Comparative marketing. It includes a comparison between two or more marketing systems rather than examining a particular country's marketing system. International trade. It is concerned with the flow of goods and services across national borders. Multinational marketing. It includes conducting marketing operations and business in different countries. In this, a firm becomes a corporate citizen. It is similar to international marketing but not exactly the same. Now let's discuss the EPRG framework in international marketing. The world view of a company's personnel can be described as ethnocentric, polycentric, regiocentric, and geocentric. Companies with ethnocentric orientation have home focus, but with exports, they probably believe only in home values but create an export division. Companies with polycentric view realize that they must adapt their marketing mixes to overseas operations. They switch their focus to multinational and adapt themselves to the countries they are operating in. Companies with regiocentric orientation view regions as unique and seek to develop an integrated strategy for different regions. Companies with geocentric view are global organizations which create value by extending products and programs and focus on serving emerging global markets. Their strategies are a combination of extension, adaptation, and creation. It is unpredictable in behavior and always alert to opportunities. Multinational corporations are major players in the global business arena. Some prominent examples include Pepsi, Unilever, Nokia, Sony, Ford, Microsoft, and Intel. They are both appreciated as well as criticized. They are often criticized for moving resources in and out of a nation, and many think that their only motive is to earn profits without much regard for the country's social welfare. They are appreciated for providing employment to local people and add to the economic growth of the country. Multinational firms can be defined on the basis of size and structure. When defined on the basis of size, it implies to the bigness of the firm in terms of market value, sales, profits, and return on equity. When defined on the basis of structure, it can be further split into definition based on structure, that is, the number of countries in which the firm does business, based on performance, that is, the earnings and sales of the firms, and based on behavior of the top management and other key officials. Now let's see how much you have learned till now. State whether the following statements are true or false. First, the mobility of labor and capital in the international market is smoother than in the domestic market. True or false? False. International marketing and multinational marketing are very similar to each other. In fact, almost the same thing. True or false? False. They are similar but not same. Ethnocentric companies are centralized in their business approaches. True or false? True. Let's discuss some of the benefits provided by international marketing. It provides endurance to the nations by optimally utilizing its resources and laying foundation for its economic growth. It helps in growth of some underdeveloped markets and also helps these markets realize their potential. It is a good way of promoting the product and services of a firm all across the globe. It also helps the companies by providing a shield against sales fluctuations and variable demand, therefore diversifying risks. It helps the nations to earn some foreign exchange so that they can combat inflation. As we all know, these MNCs are a great source of employment. They add to the welfare of the nation by employing the local people. It also helps people to maintain or raise their standard of living or lifestyle. For example, people can buy a Mercedes to show their status, which would not have been possible if not for international marketing and trade. Now let us quickly go through the main points of the presentation. International marketing is the process of focusing the resources and objectives of a company on marketing opportunities at international level. The basic goals of marketing are to create customer value and competitive advantage by maintaining focus. Approaches to international marketing and business: ethnocentric orientation, polycentric orientation, regiocentric orientation, and geocentric orientation.